this highlight today, the 3rd of July, day before Independence Day here in the States, kind of a holiday market. They're going to close early today. And what happened to me was similar to yesterday. When my expectations are low for the day, like on a day before a holiday and late Friday, it's things like that, I tend to miss more. I just tend to have less patience. And like, I don't know, it's just, you're not, to me, I'm not on completely my game, but I know that, right? So I'll have, I don't know, lower risk, less size, things like that. So instead of what also happens when you miss stuff, you're not in the zone, right? So if you were expecting something, not a lot to happen or anything else, then you're allowing yourself to be surprised and you're not recognizing, you're not in the zone and trying to recognize what you should be recognizing to jump on it and then be done. So it's something you always got to navigate through. But as humans, you're going to always go through that and at the very least recognize that that's the disposition you're in. So if you look at this market, it's consolidating and we know that. But right in here, instead of trying to play this edge zone at 82, especially when it gets red, 2-point winners on a day like today are pretty big. But it's the bottom of the range, top of the range. And it actually holds for a long time. Instead, I'm screwing around in the middle. I know I'm in the middle. I get a couple tick head start, but nothing beyond that. And then it's a scratch. It's a winner, winner, loser type trade. And I'm never involved at the bottom of the range today. So we knew what the top and bottom of the range was. So when we do finally break out, and we were going to break out, the guys who caught it are the guys that were patient, paying attention, and waiting for ancillaries to drive us up, for selling that can't get us to go down. And their timing was, I mean, if you're trying to play this, keep an eye on the upper right hand of this screen share, but if you're trying to play this all in here, you got nothing to show for it. Your timing has to be good and patient, and continue to pay attention to want to catch it. I didn't care about catching it, therefore I didn't. But those that waited for the visualization of this consolidation looking like this, and this is how you got to run your this is how you have to visualize. You know, if you're in the batter's box, before you get in there, you visualize a line drive. And in a market, you got to visualize what the chart's going to look like, what you think the chart's going to look like. And this is a breakout, right? This is the trade you want to be long somewhere at the beginning of this pop, if you keep looking at the right side of my screen. And that's by far the best move of the session. And then it rallies all the way up and then is just drifting sideways into nothing as we have an early close and 4th of July tomorrow. So a couple of things, the last two videos I've done talking about missing trades and not getting so beat up where you're going to do something real stupid the next trade. That's what often happens with missed trades. And you don't analyze it. You don't really have a good record of it because you didn't take the trade. You know, all these tools that analyze how you're doing are for trades that you take. Obviously not trades you don't take because you didn't take them. It's not data you have. So the most important data to analyze is data you don't have. Think about that for a second. So you got to create a way to document the data when you miss good trades so you're not getting mad, you're getting it off your chest. One of the things I created for Sierra Ninja is this verbal journal. You just click up here on the left-hand side, and then your mouse becomes loaded for wherever you want to keep a note, like in here. This dialog box pops up. You could say you missed a trade, title it whatever you want, color it whatever you want, and then just hit record. And you talk about what you were looking at, what you missed. You make it a certain color, you hit stop, you hit close, and the dot appears right there where you clicked. So all your dots have notes. Now you're documenting what you're missing or how you're feeling. And go back and listen to them. Because no one's going to write in a journal forever and then go back and read that stuff. But here, sometimes you don't even have to go back and listen to yourself. The colors will tell you how you were feeling and what you were missing. But got to document what you miss. Those are really important trades, and you didn't even take them. You miss, the missed trades. You miss analyzing the missed trades. So there are some great journal stuff out there that analyzes how you're doing. So that's important. But what's really important is what it doesn't analyze because of the data it doesn't have. So have a safe 4th of July. Probably won't do a video tomorrow. For Trading Room Guys, we'll be open again July 5th for the unemployment report. But just remember, when it's slow, you tend to get lackadaisical. Just understand that. So don't put yourself where this day becomes too important because you get yourself chopped up. Your expectations were light, and next thing you know, you're in a personal fast market, we used to call it. Everybody else is doing nothing, and you're chopped to hell trying to get money back. Be patient, but still try to remain focused.